Welcome back to Tight Lining, Maryland. We're out on the stream today chasing stocked rainbow and brown trout. Hopefully, primarily rainbow trout. That's what we're after this month in April. I am happy to say that we're out on a new stream, trying something different. I'll say this, it is the tale of two streams. Let me show you what I mean. I don't know if you can see this on film, but basically we've got a little feeder stream that brings in a bunch of muddy water from a rainstorm we had last night. And then look at the way that the stream just splits. So I'd fished downstream and I noticed this trend a little bit on the inside part of the seam, but then the stream that I want to fish is the clear stream right through here. So we're out here today on this fly fishing only stream in search of stocked fish, trying to get into rainbow trout if at all possible. We're using our standard 10-foot 3-weight Syndicate rod paired with our Lamson Liquid 4 5-weight reel. We've got our Euro setup that by now you should have seen the video, but if not, I'll put a link for it up in the top. And inevitably, we're hopeful with an egg pattern and squirmy worm, especially because the water's up. And anytime the water comes up a little bit, that's when usually some of this other type of kind of junk might get kicked up a little bit and be a little bit more predominant than what it usually would be in the water column. We're going to try to get after them with those today. So thank you as always for tuning back in. I really hope you enjoy, and let's get after some fish. All right, so even if we wanted to fish the other stream that's muddy, we couldn't because it's all posted. But the section we're on, though, is a fly fishing only section. It does have a fair amount of brush to it, so it's going to make it a little bit hard. But it does look to be a pretty stream. And it's already yielded a fish. There's our first fish on this stream. That's awesome. That was quick too. Looks like he took the squirmy worm. No, the egg pattern. Come on, bud. Come on over. There we go. Alrighty, let's get this stacked rainbow back. Thanks for coming out to play, bud. That really didn't take long. You can see, there goes a little caddis. Ah, missed him. But you can see that basically, like I said, we're fishing a stream that, it's gonna be the tale of two streams. In here, you've got, calmer, clearer water that's up a little bit. These fish are gonna be active. And then down below, you got something that's just like really turbid and probably not gonna really house many fish today. They're gonna push up a little bit. So hopefully this is gonna be a successful day for us. That was quick work. I mean, we literally just started fishing here on this particular part of the stream. So maybe that's a sign of things to come, but assuredly we're gonna hit some other parts of this stream that are gonna be blown out too, because we've gotten a lot of rain. So last night we got a big storm that came through, and it's gonna mess some things up for a little bit here today. So let's see if we can't pick up a couple more. There we go. Oh, lost him. Came off. He was right there. There we go. Bow and arrow cast paid off. Put it right there in that tree because I couldn't get a good drift in there naturally. And thankfully, a rainbow obliged. Come on, bud. Come on back here. There we go. And that egg pattern popped out as soon as he hit the net. Check that guy out. Nice and fat and pretty. Let's get you back, bud. All right, so we've had a lot of takes right in this section. We caught one there, caught one here, missed one there. They're definitely stacked up in the right spots. I think we'll get some in here. I can definitely see a spot up there that's gonna hold fish. So this could be a good day for us, which is pretty fun. But basically wide open in the back, a little bit of obstructions, but nothing crazy. But this right here, that's the problem. So what we did is to help solve the issue of not being able to get a great drift through there, where normally I just kind of roll it up into the top, swing it down through. Since I couldn't do that, what I did, and it resulted in a fish on film, which is always fun, basically I just hold the very back part of my rig, which is basically the bend of the hook on our point fly, and extend the rod, let it go and let it just sweep down in. And right there, basically I get my natural drift, and I'm allowed to get into some of those tighter spots that I can't make a normal cast up into without getting caught. So that's a way for you the next time you get up on a tight spot. If you want to try to sneak a cast in there, try out a little bow and arrow cast to see if you don't pick up a fish. Oh, that's a cool house up there in the woods. A-frame on the creek. That's what I'm talking about. Retirement goals right there. So we're on a little bit of a cold streak. I see some decent water coming up ahead. We've got this run and another one. So we might have to switch up either our flies or the amount of tippet we've got or something, because we've gone cold. We started off pretty hot with a couple fish pretty quickly in a couple spots, and now we're just not quite as effective. All right, so we've come up to another nice run. Big boulders, they kind of split up the current. Got a feeding lane here, feeding lane there. I would think that probably our best bet is probably on both of those lines, but you never know that something could be in the middle, especially because the water's up a little bit, so they're probably trying to get out of the faster water. But again, a great holding spot for probably multiple fish. Hopefully we can get one out of here. There we go. Picked up one on the squirmy worm. He was sitting in the middle here of this pocket. Good fish, sitting where he's supposed to be. Faster part of the current. So thanks for playing along, bud. All right, that's 3 on the board. We'll take it. So we just hooked up with our, I guess this would be 4th fish to net if we get it in. Look like a nice rainbow. I'm gonna try to lift him up. Can't quite tell where he's at. There he is. Everything's a little bit tougher read here today in this darkened water, but happy to have hooked another fish. There we go. Another pretty fish. This guy's about 12 inches. Nothing huge, but a trout nevertheless. Let's get him back. There he goes, back to his hole. So he took the egg pattern. You know, we've had a good mix of fish on the egg as well as the squirmy worm, so that's a good thing. There we go. Picked up another one right in that beautiful little run. So we got a couple head shakes for the good drift. Hopefully we can net the fish now. Got a fighter. There we go. So he too took the egg pattern. We keep getting them on that lately. It's a good thing. Pretty little rainbow. He's probably been in here for a little bit. It's in good shape, but let's get him back. There you go, bud. So basically, although the water is kind of high and tough to read right now, it's actually really hard to read right now. What I can see is I've got this feeder lane of current, and I can actually see a little rock here and another rock there. I wanted to get a drift right in between them, so I hit the top side of this particular run, put it right there. I know the deepest part of my drift is going to be right about now, and that's what yielded us our fish. It actually felt like we just had another take right there too. And we can extend that drift and see if we can't get anything on the swing too. So we'll try again. We're gonna keep after this particular hole. Ooh, I think I just missed one. That's gonna wrap it up for Tight Lining Maryland. It was a good day. We netted about a handful of fish. You know, I don't want to put a number on it, but we definitely put some in the basket today. We missed a couple as well, and that's always disappointing. I think at least 3 of those popped off. But considering it was the tale of 2 streams, where you've got one that's a roaring, raging kind of chocolate milk, and then another that started off the day pretty calm and then kind of picked up over time, I think we made the best of the conditions, considering we only fished for about 3 hours, somewhere in that range. But thank you as always for tuning back in. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe you picked up the fact that, like, the next time you go out, try to find that stream that's got some feeders where it might bump the levels a little bit, and then fish the main stem of it, and arguably fish a little dirty. Use your mop flies, use your squirmy worms, use your egg patterns, and you should be able to pick up some fish, you know, in less than ideal conditions. So thanks as always for watching. I appreciate it, and tight lines the next time you hit the stream.